two skippers, the two loose forwards. Hard took, well, number 9 there, Paul Hume, was a loose forward, now a converted hooker. Once a scrum half, utility man, Dean Bell, once a centre, now a loose forward. And the 1993 Silk Cup Challenge Cup final gets underway, and I think, Ross, this is the most testing time for Widnes, isn't it? This opening 10 minutes.
Yes, I think so. Wigan are renowned for coming out at Wembley and scoring 10 to 15 points in the first 12 minutes. So if Widnes can hold them now, I think we're in for a real good game.
But Wigan still on the attack. Betts. Good defence here by Widnes. The testing 10 minutes. One or two of the crowd looking for a forward pass there, but not according to Mr. Smith. Edwards to Botica, he's got some space out wide on this side. Oh, he's lost it. That's a good kick, Hampson's underneath it. Oh, he's lost it. Well picked up by Myers, it's back to 1. Good run by David Myers, former Wigan player. Wigan's turn to defend. Not often we see this in the early stages at Wembley. Sorensen again, looking for a powerful game. Could be his last game in his career. Thinking of retiring. Goulding, good run by Goulding. To Richie Earls, going for the line. He's over, yes! And Richie Earls is over for the first try of the afternoon. It was a sharp, short, darting run by Bobby Goulding.
Yes, it's good work by Bobby Goulding here. He gets the ball, comes back to the blind side, steps inside the marker, goes in between two players, floats one out to Richie Ayres, who stops short of the line, but he hasn't grounded the ball, so his momentum and rolling over allows him a fair try.
Jonathan Davis. 2 or 3 coach loads of his friends came up this morning. The kick, oh, it looks a beauty from Davis. It's straight between the posts. Wonderful kick there from Jonathan Davis. The Welshman who scored over 1,000 points in just 3 years since his arrival in Rugby League. 6 points to nil after only 8 minutes. Botica and Edwards. That's a good one to Dennis Betts down this outside. He's got Robinson inside him. I think he's held up. He is held up. Good decision and good position there by referee Russell Smith. Notice how he was behind.
Yes, here comes Dennis Betts straight down the sideline. He uses the side really well and he passes back inside to the winger who heads for the line, puts it down, and because he's been held over, Ray, with the new rules before the 5th tackle, Wigan get the head and feet.
Goulding races in but misses the man, gives the overlap. Botica to Skerritt, going for that line. He's got Spruce to stop him, and Skerritt is in. Kelvin Skerritt is in.
Knock on earlier by Widnes has proved costly. You see Edwards here, he just stands around Bobby Goulding. Ball goes out into Botica. Botica sees a little gap. Skerritt goes through the hole, pushes away Courier, heads for the sideline. Spruce comes across. He's just too strong and powerful and goes over for a good front rower's try.
Wigan's record of 176 in the season, and he does. Frano Botica possibly not aware of equaling the record, but he does. 1958-59 when the South African Fred Griffiths possibly watching this now in Perth in Australia, and Frano Botica equals that record. One of Joe Lydon now back, and Paul Moriarty, one of 3 Welshmen in the Widnes squad. Nothing like the 13 Welshmen we had on this pitch back in 47 when Bradford made Leeds. Great history of Welshmen in this final. But Widnes now surging forward. Fai Marlow, the Kiwi, has the speed of a centre, this lad. Wigan with the advantage, but still the scores level. 6 each. Kurt Thomason going for the line. Oh, he scores! He takes everybody by surprise. Kurt Thomason.
Yes, he takes the ball here from a standing start, and it looks like he's just settling one down for a Widnes move. But Freno Bodiger found him a little bit harder than that, and he crashes through him, then goes through Stevie Hansen and goes for the try line like a little 20-year-old rather than a 37-year-old. Here he goes. This is a good little handoff. Just straight to Hansen, pushes him off as well, and he's got a little bit too much pace for the cover, and over he goes.
And Jonathan Davis, much easier kick in terms of distance, of course, than his first one, but no easy kicks here at Wembley. Any goal kicker will tell you that when there is a breeze out, as there is today, it swirls around and can carry that ball away from the posts. Davis then coming in to increase the lead. He does. Another 2 points for the Welshman. Widnes 12, Wigan 6. Just 18 minutes gone. Bell. Tabets needs this Wigan pack to gain the ascendancy in the middle. But good defence from Widnes. Dermot. Wigan again trying to get this ball out to a fire. No way through. Oh, well, Steve Hampson, a missed kick, Ross, but he managed to get hold of it, didn't he?
Well, the idea was to get to the other side of the defensive line, and he managed to do that okay, but it wasn't what he meant to do, I think.
Edwards. That's a good kick. Not going in, though, but it keeps... John Devereux pinned down here, and he lost the ball for the second time, and here's a try! It's Dean Bell! He's going in! Oh, what a mistake! Wigan, the experts at picking up the mistakes. John Devereux just had to bring the ball away. Take the tackle. And Dean Bell says, thank you very much. I'll have the try. 15 this season. And Wigan back in the frame.
Yes, well, this is certainly one of the things that you dread in rugby league. Bringing a ball up when you're the last line defence, getting tackled very heavy, losing the ball. There's no one else, no other teammates there to give you a hand. And as we can see, over they go for a try. Dean Bell goes in probably for the simplest of tries he scored.
And I think we can see the quick thinking here of Martin Offiah. Down goes Devereux, loses the ball. Offiah picks it up. Looks inside, the try's on. Good support play from the skipper there, Dean Bell.
It's a nightmare start for Devereux, but we know he's a good footballer and he's played at international level. He's still got another 60-odd minutes to pull himself out of it.
And Wattica really is a goal-kicking competition between this Kiwi, Fano Wattica, and the Welshman Jonathan Davis, two of the best kickers in world rugby. Wattica then. Ooh, it's just hovering, it's there. Just hovers over that crossbar, but they all count. 25 minutes gone, all square. Widnes 12, Wigan 12. Goulding, that's a good ball to Platt. Andy Platt's rewarded with the Great Britain captaincy this season. Phil Clark. But it's a tackle, a high tackle. A high tackle by Paul Hume on Sean Edwards.
Yes, Edwards has made a good little break straight down the middle of the field. Hume comes in and takes him high.
Wattica then. 39 metres from those posts.
It's interesting the way Bodiger lays the ball down. Even though he kicks around the corner and uses the side of his foot, most styles when they kick like that put the ball upright, but he lays it down like a conventional goal kicker.
Well, It's not laid correctly there. No goal for Botica. Let off there for Widnes. Good catch by David Myers. And still, Widnes 12, Wigan 12. 4 minutes remaining in this absorbing first half. 4 tries. Harvey Howard. These sides met on 8 previous occasions in the Cup. Widnes having the upper hand, 5 wins to 3. But of course, all that's history. It's today that counts. Level pegging. O'Neill, good ball to Courier. Oh, if he could have launched Courier there, Ross.
Yes, he drew in the defence. He drew 2 players into him, and Courier saw the hole, went for it, but didn't quite hold his momentum.
Bobby Golding, he's got support on this outside to Darren Wright. Oh, he cuts back inside. O'Neill again, having a good impact. Is it too hard? It is. A little bit too hard there for number 5, David Myers, but a good intervention by this lad, Julian O'Neill. Danger time for Widnes. Botica going through himself. Now, is it worth a drop goal from Wigan just to give them a little boost ahead of half-time? No. Calvin Skerritt. 3 tackles remaining in this sequence. Widnes looking to hold out. Edwards. Offside. Well, there is the hooter, but the kick must be taken.
Yes, here it is now. You can see Courier just out there, the other side of Sean Edwards. He was well up in defence, and it was a good decision by the referee to pull him up.
And the kick in injury time to put Wigan into the lead or not. Botica. It's there. The 2 points. The flags go high. Mr. Smith blows his whistle. And the Wigan supporters relax at the tunnel end. 14 points to 12 for Wigan.
The Barnes helping you gear up for back to work. Get cleaned up and protected with 30% off Armour All Car Care. And save 25% on selected CRC aerosols to make your work easier. Autobahn.
Fun runs. How good? It's not about winning. It's about having fun. Until the end. When you realise it kind of is about winning. Han, great taste, low carb, how good?
Being a leader isn't about putting yourself first. It's about putting your community first. To find out more, pick up a specially designed pack today.
Build your castle on solid ground. Turn your lands from wheat to gold. Create commerce, set sail, and trade around the world. Do you have what it takes to build an empire? Forge of Empires. Play now for free. Available in the App Store or at FOE.tv.
Be healthy. Be determined. Be like Archie.
I reached a point where I was 152, 153 kilos. I was diabetic, and I thought this needs to stop. Optiman is a really, really amazing product. I've shredded 40 kilos in the last just over 2 years, and I haven't looked back. It's simple, it fills you up, and it's convenient.
Start your journey your way at optislim.com.au or at these leading retailers.
When you escape the city, you find adventure. Prepare to be moved. The all-new Nissan X-Trail.
Absolutely everything's riding on this. There ain't nothing left.
Opal legends and a new generation of treasure hunters hold the fate of Opal.
Shock this rock.
In their hands.
Look how bright that is.
Nothing could go wrong.
Outback Opal Hunters starts Thursday, February 16 on Discovery and watch on demand.
Well, good tactics there, as we thought, I think, Ross, from Phil Lauder, spelling the forwards.
Well, I thought that was a very good interview by Phil Lauder. It shows you what a professional he is. It's very tough for a coach who's behind in such a big game to be able to stand around and talk to a reporter or a commentator at that stage. So congratulations to him.
And he certainly knew what he was doing with Sorensen, Faimalo taking it in turns. 14 points to 12 then for Wigan, and I think we're in for a high score in second half as the players begin to tire, the sun begins to take its toll, and the gaps appear. Goulding. That's a good run by Hume to David Myers. Oh, just can't get away. Good tackle by the youngster Robinson. And Assini Faimalo back on as Phil Larder indicated. Farah. There is number 12. Faimalo. Good ball from Farah to Betts. Good run by Betts. Now then, has Betts got the pace? No, the ankle tap again. But that's the glimpse of the speed, and there is Kurt Sorensen, the wet towel over his head, cooling down. But Wigan starting off. A pace. Oh, it's a try! Wigan are in. Sam Panniper, the Kiwi combination. Guy Bell and Sam Panniper combine. Panniper's in. What a day for this Kiwi. 12 months ago, his contract was up at Central Park. He was on his way home to Auckland. A sudden change of heart by coach John Money, and Sam Panniper was snapped up again for another 12 months. And there's his reward.
Yes, you can see it here. Wigan have come out very strong again this second half. Dean Bell busts through a tackle, releases that ball there, and Panniper's going over. And that was what I was talking about just before half-time. In the first half, Wigan were making these breaks, but the ball was being wrapped up. They would have wrapped Dean Bell up there, but being able to get it away like he did then, the support plays there, and Panniper goes over for a try.
Yes, Wigan have a habit of hitting aside hard after half-time. I saw them put 2 tries past Castleford in a championship game not a fortnight ago, just after half-time to clinch the championship. Are they doing the same here as Botica's goal sails through the posts, and he continues to write his name into the record books at Wigan for the most goals and the most points in a season. Wigan now suddenly moving away. Just 3 minutes gone in the second half. 20 points to 12. The heat taking its toll. Darren Wright can't get the ball away. But Widnes moving, and that's a penalty. Now then, is it worth going for goal or putting it to the corners? Possibly, I think, worth going for goal at this stage, Ross.
Yes, I'd be going for goal. They're only 8 points out of it. They need to score twice, and whether it's a goal, 2 goals or 4 goals, they need to keep the score rolling.
And there we see Martin Dermott pushing Darren Wright down. 30 metres out in front of the posts. It's a goal. Simple task for a kicker of Davis's quality. 2 more points, 20 points to 14. Goulding. Back again. Well, accidentally offside. And the changeover, of course, so it's the handover. Goulding re-caught the ball, but it ricocheted off a Widnes player. Accidental offside. And so the possession turned over to Wigan. Unfortunate there for Goulding.
It was. The Wigan defence was up fairly shallow, so a kick down to the corners would have had to turn them around. It was unfortunate that one of his players have gone through to give him, shield him from the defence, and the ball struck him on the back.
Sam Panniper. A very valuable player, this man, Sam Panniper. He can play in the centre, he's played at stand-off, wing, second row, loose forward. An all-purpose modern rugby league player. Edwards to Bell. Dean Bell likes to come in on these cutting inside runs. And a knock there to Paul Hume. Dermott.
Bodiger set himself for a field goal.
Lynn Gaskell there, the Widnes physiotherapist, just attending to Paul Hume. The drop kick from Botica. Oh, it's a high one, but no, it swirls to the left. But well done the effort from this man Botica. And Paul Hume is in some agony. Platt.
Yes, Wigan have just sent one big man up in Skerritt, and then they just turned the ball the other way across the field. They've got their other big man coming.
Good ball. Oh, now wide. Oh, good run by Bell. Can't get it away. Good cover there by Bobby Goulding. Very good cover. Bell. Good ball to Betts. At last, he breaks loose, gets him back now to Bell again. And Martin O'Fire's hovering around there. Edwards. Clark, good dummy. Oh, gets a beautiful pass away. And Farrell, the 17-year-old, has he put a foot in touch? He has. Martin O'Fire tries to get away. He doesn't do so. Not had a chance to unleash his pace this afternoon.
Yes, Phil Clark has a good run here, and just before he hits the ground, he releases the ball, and Farrell gets the ball, heads down the sideline, and he just gets ankle-tapped here by Devereux. The ball goes over the head to O'Fire, but the linesman has his flag up, and so the scrum goes down.
It's almost like a chess match, Ross, isn't it?
Well, the side that makes the mistakes is the side that's going to be punished, and we saw that in the first half. The Widnes made 2 errors, and Wigan scored the tries, and Wigan seemed to be playing football. There's no mistakes in it, and due to that, they're in front.
Edwards to Bell. Partiker gets the high ball to O'Fire. He's got some space. Oh, can he take good? Devereux on. Has to kick. Keeps playing. Good ball by Farrell. Oh, he gets it down to Farrell. Back inside to O'Fire. This is good rugby. Phil Clark. He's looking for Hampson. Is he going to tuck himself on? Oh, wonderful tackle.
That was a good tackle.
Wonderful tackle, but the touch judge is on. Looks to be an off-the-ball incident against Martin O'Fire. And who is the culprit? It looks to be Richiers. Referee Smith wants everybody away. And he's sent off. Well, Richiers dramatically here the incident.
Oh yes, it's a mean little elbow there, and I think he deserves to be sent off. He come in very late on O'Fire, and it's definitely a deliberate use of the elbow.
Richiers, of course, not the first man to be sent off here at Wembley. Sid Hines, the Leeds player, back in '71, took the same sad path. So, Partiker, not one of his better attempts. Widnes then, down to 12 men, trailing by 20 points to 14. And just 11 minutes remaining, and I think a little tiredness there from Paul Hume, bending down, and Brother David says, don't worry, kid. He's given his best. And problems in the pack.
Yes, here it is. It's just a very simple mistake. It's a sign of tiredness. He's taken his eye off the ball, and when he went to pick it up, the ball just lost his grip. And he's doubled the mistake up by giving a bit of lip to the referee.
Well, it looks to be back chat from Bobby Goulding. Hit the post well from Partiker. Unusual for him, and let off for Widnes. So can this 12-man Widnes fight back? Myers. Hampson. Partiker. Wigan, I think, trying to launch this man O'Fire to wrap this game up. 20 points to 14, 8 points remaining. It's Dennis Betts couldn't take the ball, little low. Just 2 minutes remaining. Widnes desperate to get hold of this ball, desperate to keep Wigan down here. But Wigan, the vital 6 points difference. Dean Bell, the skipper, he knows that. He'll hold on to this ball. Oh, a good ball there to Robinson. Cuts inside. He's got support. Oh, and this is unnecessary here. Absolutely silly. No need for these players to rush in here. It was a high tackle initially. A high tackle on Jason Robinson. Once again he was collared. Some bad blood creeping into this final here at the end. And David Hume, the experienced forward, settling things down. There is Robinson. He cuts inside.
Yes, it's a send-off offence. I think it's a deliberate stiff arm to Robinson's head. The young winger, 18 years of age, has made a good run, and Bobby Goulding, he's been fired up all afternoon, and he's been costing Widnes a lot of yardage and a lot of ball, and I think that was a deliberate stiff arm tackle, and I wouldn't be surprised if he is sent from the field.
Wouldn't surprise me if Wigan had another attempt at a drop goal. Dean Bell, oh, superb run by Dean Bell, just tackled inches short. The knock-on, but what a run by the skipper, Dean Bell. Loose forward, the Kiwi.
Yes, here he is. He's gone through the clutches of Hume and just loses his balance just before he gets to the fullback. But it's a good tackle by Spruce to bring him down short.
Bell again. Time and time again, this Kiwi skipper's gone down the middle, hasn't he?
Yes, he's certainly led by example all the way, and he's a worthy winner of the Lance Todd. He's done it all year, and it's good to see that he carried on with today's game.
There's the hooter. Sam Panapa and the Wigan crowd throw their hands in the air. And that man, Dean Bell, the skipper, inspiration to his side, as was this man Paul Hume, but things didn't go well for him. 20 points to 14 for Wigan, and Dean Bell, the first Kiwi to win the Lance Todd since Wigan's own Cess Mountford way back in 1951. And Widnes just waiting for Wigan skipper Dean Bell, lifting this trophy for the second time as skipper, the third Kiwi at Central Park to lift the trophy. Cess Mountford, Graham West in the past. An inspiration to his team, this New Zealand loose forward. The man of the match. He couldn't be any happier. And that trophy that cost £60. The 1993 Silk Cup Challenge Cup, presented by the Earl of Derby. A cheque for £36,000 to Wigan and the 25,000 supporters who've travelled from that Lancashire town, delighted as ever.